Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. What do they have in common? They're all superheroes. They're played by well-known and attractive celebrities. And they all fight the bad guys, defeat villains. If that is what we accept as the definition of a superhero, and I think we do, well, then I'm a superhero. I think some of you are too. Let me explain. Did you hear the kid in class tapping his pencil during your exam? Super distracting. What about the woman at Dunkin' who couldn't read the menu and took forever to order? Frustrating, right? And the young man walking in front of you in the hallway, but he took a really long time because he was walking in a weird pattern? Incredibly annoying. What if I told you all of these people are disabled? It might be hard to believe because they don't look disabled. It's hard to find anything physically wrong with them. But they are disabled. They all have hidden disabilities. The villain within. Villain not because disabilities are bad, but because people who have them often feel like they are fighting an outside force or an enemy. The kid tapping his pencil? He has ADHD and has difficulties focusing. The woman at Dunkin'? She's dyslexic and has a hard time reading. The young man? He has OCD and can't walk through a hallway without having intrusive thoughts. Prior to 2020, I might have felt a little bit frustrated by situations like this. But since then, my perspective has completely changed. My name is Zoe Kiru. I am 18 years old, and I am a senior in high school. I love to sing and act. I want to be a Spanish teacher. I have great grades, and I am a Girl Scout of 13 years. My most ambitious goal has been to earn my Girl Scout Gold Award for as long as I can remember. Oh, yeah, one more thing. I am disabled. Bet you didn't see that one coming, because I sure didn't. That sentence would have surprised me years ago. It's something I never thought I'd say, let alone on a stage in front of hundreds of people, and I still can't get used to saying it. I look normal, right? I don't park in a special parking spot, I don't have a wheelchair, and I'm not a part of the pre-boarding group when it comes to airplane travel. How could I possibly be disabled? But I am. For me, it all started with some shivering. May 2020. I wasn't sure why I was getting cold. It was the middle of spring. For weeks, I would shiver uncontrollably. It didn't matter if it was 40 degrees or 70 degrees, if I was wearing a hoodie or a t-shirt. I was always cold. Then, I couldn't get comfortable. June. I was always moving my shoulder back and forth. I couldn't explain why I wasn't comfortable. I just wasn't. Mid-June. The muscle spasms. My mom blamed it on my horrible posture at the time, but I had these sensations in my neck that I couldn't get rid of. Head jerks became the norm and began to concern my family. I was scared. For some reason, these things were happening to me, and I couldn't control it. August. One word, 3 letters. Who? Uncontrollably. I said this word over and over, all day. I didn't know why. After visiting the doctor, I was diagnosed with a tic disorder. These movements and sounds I had were tics, and I was terrified. Over the next few months, I completely lost control of my body, and I developed complex vocal and motor tics. I was paralyzed by fear. Here I was, 15 years old and out of control, a mystery case, leaving every doctor I saw perplexed. Honestly, I'm pretty sure most of them thought I was crazy. That wasn't even the worst part, though. The worst part was feeling like nobody understood how debilitating my tics were because they were hidden. Yes, today I am standing up here giving a TED Talk, and I seem fine. But nobody sees the bad. Nobody sees when I cry myself to sleep on bad nights because my tics were so bad I spent hours hiding from peers. Nobody sees when I get woken up from a sleep by a full-body tic. Nobody sees the bruises and the injuries I have all over my body from my tics. It's traumatic not having control of your body and having people think you're crazy. It's scary. Through it all, I had to maintain my grades in school, be engaged in class, and actively participate in life. It was hard, and even the people closest to me didn't really know how much I was struggling. This might sound strange, but I felt like the world's worst superhero. The superhero who didn't know their secret power yet and couldn't defeat the villain. I felt invisible, like I was battling this villain that nobody else could see or understand. And I felt like I had little support in the places I needed it the most. I was always tired from fighting everything going on, but I tried my best to beat it. My villain within. It wasn't until I started to get better that people realized how much I was struggling and what they could have done differently to help me. Even today, I have teachers, friends, and family trying to figure out what changed. And they often come to me with the common question of, how did I not know how much you were struggling? How did I miss it? I mentioned earlier how my most ambitious goal has been to earn my Girl Scout Gold Award, an independent girl-led leadership project consisting of 80 hours. For young Girl Scouts, the Gold Award is the dream, but few actually go on to earn it, and for a while, I didn't know if I would. It wasn't until 11th grade, when I was in recovery and I could clearly see the struggles I endured, that I decided I was going to. I centered my Gold Award around hidden disabilities and spreading awareness in my community. My project, Perfectly Imperfect, Shining the Light on Hidden Disabilities, flourished. I created the Sunflower Club in my school, and we hosted 2 awareness weeks this year. We created fundraisers for next year in hopes of bringing a guest speaker to GHS to talk about hidden disabilities. I even created a safe room in the school for students with hidden disabilities to use when they feel overwhelmed. I spread my project through the Goshen community, and in doing so, I was able to spread awareness. Unfortunately, before I started struggling with hidden disabilities, I was completely naive and unaware to the struggles people encounter every day. And this is the case for many. People don't always understand how, for some, sitting through a class can be impossible, going to Dunkin' can be a huge task, and walking through a hallway can be unbearable. There are over 42 million Americans with disabilities, and 96% of those disabilities are invisible. The villain within. That means that there's some superheroes here tonight. Someone sitting near you may be struggling with a disability, whether you know it or not. Their villain could be Tourette's syndrome or epilepsy, deafness or anxiety, diabetes, and so many more. I wanted to share my story because I wanted to open your eyes to the world of hidden disabilities, to show you that there are superheroes all around you. Now, I may not be able to save the city of Gotham from the Riddler, or leap tall buildings in a single bound, but I'll tell you what I can do. I can conquer my villain within and become my own superhero. And to my fellow superheroes, I want you to know you can accomplish this too. Your disability does not make you invisible, and it certainly doesn't define you. Thank you.